everyone, so today I'm trying out some more brand new products for you, and I haven't even opened most of these, so this will be a first impressions apart from two. I'll be trying out the Fenty Concealer, the Nude Concealer, the new eyeshadow palette from MAC, Lovestruck, the new highlighter and a lipstick from the McGrath new release. This is her Heart's Desire collection, just launched for Valentine's. And I've got this new loose powder from Huda, and this is in the Peach Pie, which is just launched. And I've got the Maybelline mascara. This is the Sky High range, and it's just been released in Burgundy. So if you're new here, my name's Hannah. I'm 47 and I'm from Wales in the UK. On this channel I like to show you new makeup, my favourite looks, and share any news with you. I'm not a professional, I'm just somebody who loves makeup. My skin is fair to light neutral combination, if that's any help. And now onto the video. So here we have the new Fenty Beauty Concealer, which is called We Are Even Hydrating. This is described as being fade resistant, crease resistant, waterproof, brightening and transfer proof. It says that it's buildable and it gives a medium coverage. It contains prickly pear and Persian silk extract. It has a very different shaped doe foot, this sort of bent shape. Be interesting. This claims to improve dark circles and puffiness instantly. It's cruelty free, you get 9 millilitres and it costs £25, which is not bad. And best of all, there's 50 shades. I personally have never got on very well with Fenty face products, so I've only gone for one colour. This is 160W, which might look a bit dark for me, but I wanted to go for one that might actually cancel out the darkness under my eyes without me needing to use a corrector. So I want to see how this goes first, and if it goes well I will go back and get a lighter one which I could use for brightening, because this does claim to have brightening properties. So if this works out well for me, I will go back and get a lighter shade just to brighten the sort of T-zone area. But for now I'll just be testing this out on my eyelids and under my eyes and seeing how well it works on my skin. So I will put an update in my description below to let you know just how well this lasted for me. And I will pop this into a roundup video, which I'm planning on doing at the end of the month, so you can hear how well I've been getting on with this over a period of time. I'll test this for at least another week. So I wanted to cancel out the darkness here and here. And I am actually wearing the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Stick as my foundation today, which is something I have been enjoying. This gives a sort of light to medium coverage, I'd say. I'd like to see how these two work together. So I have foundation, bronze and contour on, but I've got nothing whatsoever underneath the eyes. So we'll see how this goes. Well, I think that's quite a good colour match for a colour correcting shade. So I've been quite generous with this, but that's because I have seen other people trying this on and I don't think I will have a problem getting this all to blend out. Just to be on the safe side, I will use a sponge. Well, already this is looking terrible in the corner of my eye. Look at that. And that's using a sponge. I'm hoping this will blend out. This area here is my problem area. This is where I do struggle with products. I mean, maybe I should have gone for less, but as far as I was concerned, this was a very lightweight product. It's even pilling. Look at that. So the only thing this could be interacting with is the Fenty foundation. And they're supposed to work well together. Anyway, I've removed that section where it was pilling and it's now looking a bit better. But still there. I really don't like this. And I wouldn't say it's cancelled out all the darkness over my eye. It has done a reasonable job. So far I'm not liking this at all. I think I'll just try to pat this in with my hand this time on this side. Not use the sponge to start off with, to see if that makes any difference, because the warmth of my hand just might help. Yeah, that's maybe a bit better with my hand. But still I can see pilling coming here, look. And how can it be pilling when there's nothing on my face? I mean, I don't have the foundation underneath my eye, so it's not even meeting with that. It's just meeting my skin. I do have SPF on, but I'm wearing an SPF that doesn't affect my makeup ever. Okay, well that's better than with the sponge, I think, but still, can you see the corner of my eye? How bad that is? I'm not very happy with this because I'm virtually removing it from the corner of my eye to improve it. I mean, look, it's done it again, look. See that? I mean, the only way I'm resolving this is by removing it, and then I'm not getting much coverage because the darkness here is not going. Well, I don't know if a wear test is even worth it for this one because this is looking like one big massive fail for me. At the same time, I wouldn't say you should be put off trying this because I've heard so many people saying it works really well for them. But this is having the same effect on my skin that the other Fenty foundations had, apart from this stick, which seems to work very well on my skin, which is bizarre, but anyway. Apparently the concealer does not like my skin very much. Okay, well that one is a pass. So I'm not going to say this isn't mature skin friendly because I'm just one person and it may work on you. But certainly for me, as I've got older, this is my problem area. This is where things tend to fall into creases and just look terrible. And this is one of the worst ones I've tried in a long time. So for me, this is not a good option. I'm just going to quickly set it. I'm using my McGrath under eye powder, which I always use. And this also might help to brighten the area up a bit because the concealer was a bit of a deeper shade. I think I need to do this quite urgently before any more creasing happens. So that's how it looks powdered. I'm not a fan. Anyway, let's move on to the eyes. So here is the new MAC Lovestruck Luck Eyeshadow, and I haven't even taken this out of the box yet, so we can find out together what this looks like. The last few palettes I've tried from MAC, I've got to be honest, I haven't got on that well with, but I just love the look of this colour story, so I wanted to give this one a go. And there's so many products that have come out from MAC in the last year that I've really enjoyed, like their new foundation, for instance. I love their blushes, old and new. So here it is. Isn't it a lovely colour story? The green always draws me in because I love greens. So you get 10 grams of product with this and it retails for £32. This has gone up by just £2, so that's not too bad. Last year they were selling these eyeshadow sizes for 30. I love the packaging, it's very pretty, very solid. It's got a good size mirror and also it stands up, which is always useful. It says it has luster and matte shades, but just looking at it here, I think there's only one matte, which is this one. I'll just do a quick swipe of the whole palette for you. If I look at the top row, so here is the first one, and here's the red. See, these are definitely the luster shimmery shades. And here's the third sort of bronze shimmer. That's very pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I love that one. And now the bottom three. So this one is, this looks like a duochrome, doesn't it? I was going to say this one is sort of gold, but it looks like a gold with a reddish shift. That's pretty. And then here's the matte brown. Swatched a little bit patchy then, but I think it's okay. I'll have to see when I put it on. And now the green, which is the one I was most looking forward to. That is a nice green, isn't it? There we go, there's a duochrome. A lovely green. I would say this colour story screams autumn to me, but we are still in winter, so we're not, this isn't a spring release. These shadows are described as being long wearing and crease free, so we shall see. It's also safe if you wear contact lenses. I'm going to start with the matte. That's got a lot of pigment, hasn't it? Wow, that's got a lot of depth. Do not need much of this, and make sure you tap off if you use it, but that's really good. This will last a very long time. I like this, you know, I like that colour. What this palette is lacking is, it really could do with a light matte for blending out. I don't want to use a shimmer to do that really. I'm going to try not to dip into any other palette so I can see how I get on just with this. So I'm going to use a completely clean brush and just buff this out. Sorry if you can hear noises in the background. There's my dogs have just come in and they are nagging the life out of me for a treat. This is Alfie, my best friend in the whole world. Aren't you, Alf? I'm just going to go and give him a fish treat. He's heard the word treat. I'll be back now. So he's got his treat, so hopefully it'll be quiet now. And his sister, who you didn't see then. His sister is called Florrie. So far, I love this colour. I think it's so beautiful. And it blended very nicely. Very flattering. Not emphasising lines or anything. Really nice. It said it was crease proof, so it's showing signs of being crease proof. I think I'll just keep it simple today and go straight in with the green on my finger. I do want to try out that duochrome, but I just want to try the green up today. That is lovely. I'm applying with my finger because this usually does pack a lot more of a punch when using a shimmer. And just to see, I'm going to apply it on this eye without my finger to see the difference. I'll pretty much stop there because that's the difference. Look at the difference. Brush and finger. I'll just run this green under the eye. There's been no fallout at all with this either, which is another good thing. I think the green and the matte together give me enough darkness to not need an eyeliner. I was thinking I would need one because there isn't a very dark matte in this to use as an eyeliner. But the green and the brown together, they work quite well as an eyeliner there, don't they? I'm just going to use this green to actually make a bit of a wing with it because it does have quite a bit of depth to it. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. The green worked as a good liner, so I don't need a liner either. So there we go. I'm going to now use my little finger with this lightest shimmer and pop this in the inside corner. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, I love that. Look at how that's brightened up with the green. Oh, that is so pretty. Oh, stunning. This is really, really nice. I can say already, without any doubt, this is my favourite MAC eyeshadow palette. I've only used 3 colours, but they've worked so well. This is very promising from MAC. They really have improved recently with so many things. So maybe they're back on top form. I love these colours. I just pop the same shimmer under the eyebrow. So I'll leave my eyes there, and now I'm going to try out this mascara. This is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. I know that I love Maybelline Sky High. I wouldn't say it's my number 1, but it's certainly one of my favourites. And this is the new shade Burgundy Haze. So I thought this could be interesting with these shades. You can see the colour at all. I have tried this once before, so this isn't a first impression. I know this mascara is quite good at giving length. I don't have particularly long eyelashes. And it's not very clumping, which is good for me. I don't like to have really thick, clumpy eyelashes. I also don't like to add lots of layers. I know a lot of people might add 2 to 3 layers. Now, in all honesty, you probably need to come up to me really close to know I'm wearing a burgundy shade. I can sort of see it. And I think it's nice to not have jet black all the time. I know this year brown mascara is going to be more in fashion, so I'm guessing this would probably be popular too. And just pop a little on the lower lash. I like this. I don't love it, but I do like it. I don't think this mascara gives me the length I'm looking for, as I do get with some of my favourites, but this is a good option. It's a very affordable option. I haven't actually got the price written down, but I think I paid about £15 for this. This mascara is suitable for sensitive eyes and for contact lens wearers as well, which is worth noting. And it's also supposed to remove very easily, which it does, to be fair. So I've gone in with a second layer now, and I don't like doing that. My eyelashes tend to start falling down. They don't like the weight of a second layer, but that's how it looks with a second layer. So it's getting too clumpy for me with the second layer. Anyway, it is a nice mascara and I'll definitely use this up, and I think it goes well with these eyeshadow colours. If you look at me very closely, you might spot it's burgundy. So here are the two new things I've bought from the Pat McGrath collection. This is her new Heart's Desire Valentine's collection. I would normally have bought the full collection. I'm a big Pat McGrath collector and fan, but I did skip out on one lipstick because the shade just didn't look like it would suit me at all. It was too light. I'll just pop a picture of that here so you can see. And I skipped the eyeshadow palette completely, and the reason for that was because it was using shades that I'd basically already skipped at Christmas. Pat released these Mothership palettes at Christmas and I got this one. And all of these eyeshadows, none of them are made in Italy, so they're not her top quality eyeshadows. These are made in the US, I think. And the other Mothership she released at Christmas I skipped because the colours didn't suit me. Well, I didn't think they would. They were more purples and I just didn't want them. And the eyeshadow palette that's just been launched is using 4 colours from that palette that I'd already skipped. So I couldn't really justify buying it. Plus it's Italian. It's not the Italian shadows that I love. So all I got was the highlighter, which does look really good, hopefully. I haven't opened it yet, and the lipstick. But I will start with the lipstick because she says you can use this on your cheeks, which is why I've got no blusher on. So before I do the highlighter for you, I'm going to show you the lipstick and the blush. Just showing you the packaging here, absolutely beautiful. The traditional packaging, the really pretty packaging she has for lipsticks. And this is from her MatteTrance formula. You can see it's got the embossing there, that's really pretty, isn't it? And this shade is Terracotta Rose, which I really like the look of. And the shade I skipped is Honey Haze, which I just thought would be too pale on me. This is described as having a creamy matte texture infused with oil. So there should be some hydration with this. It's got a very pointed tip really for lining. But I have actually put a bit of a liner on my lips today in a terracotta type shade. I actually used the new lip cheat from Charlotte Tilbury, Mark of a Kiss. This is something I tested out just yesterday with the new launch of her lipsticks as well. So if you want to watch that video, I just published that one yesterday. It's feeling very comfortable on the lips so far. Well, that's a pretty shade and I think it works well with this eyeshadow look. It's also surprisingly hydrating for a matte. It really is very hydrating. You can feel the oils as it settles into your lips. It's very comfortable. I don't know if it's a bit too dark for me. I'm not sure. What do you think? I do like it and it goes with the whole vibe of green autumnal looks, which maybe isn't fitting for Valentine's, but there we go. I think the colours I've gone for maybe work together. So she says you can use this on the lips, and going by how creamy it is, maybe she's right. She'd know a lot more than me. So I put some on the back of my hand and I'm going to use a brush to blend this out and then see what happens. Oh yeah, that does work, doesn't it? Oh, I like that, you know. Oh, I really like that. That's quite surprised me, to be honest. I'm not a fan usually of cheek and lip things. Usually I find they only work for one or the other. I really like that. Well, that works brilliantly, I love that. If I haven't said that another 1,000 times, but oh my god, I love it. Oh, that is really pretty. It's given a bit of a shine, which I like. Well, I really like that. I think it works very well. It surprised me, to be honest. Before I open the highlighter, I'm going to go straight to the next new product because I do need to get rid of this shine. If you can see, this Fenty stick does come through very oily on me. I do like it, but it does need to be set down desperately. So here we have the new Huda Beauty. For transparency, this was sent to me to review. I don't think I would have bought this shade because it's actually for medium to dark skin tones. But I tried it yesterday and I actually thought it worked quite well. I think it might work well for me in the summer. But I'll show you now today so you can see what it's like. One problem is in transport this happened, so it's a bit of a mess. So here's how Peach Pie looks in the lid. And I'm going to take my Trigwell Powder Puff, which I always use, and show you how this looks. If you can see, all of my pores are shining and showing up like mad at the moment, so this should hopefully help me out. What surprised me with this is the colour works quite well, and it just gives a little bit of warmth. If you're wearing a foundation that's a bit light and needs a bit more warmth added to it, this is perfect to keep in your collection. If you haven't tried this, you wouldn't know, but this is one of the top powders for blurring. The Givenchy is my number one, but this is a close second. There we are, that's really helped, that's blurred everything out. But you can see straight away that I'm fair skinned, and Peach Pie definitely works on me, I think it does. It's not coming up too peachy, it just gives a nice little bit of warmth. So if you get this and you're fair skinned, I would say don't go too heavy on the bronzer. You can use this just to add that bit of extra warmth. So there we go, it's blurred everything out very nicely. Yeah, so this was a nice surprise for me. I've got Pound Cake and the Cherry Blossom in this, and they work well for me, and I didn't think this would work, but it did. And this is £34 and you get 30 grams and it does last a very long time. Highly recommend trying out these powders. I'm hoping I've saved the best till last. This is the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Highlighter in Nude Opal. And it comes in the classic Pat McGrath luxury packaging. It has 8.5 grams of product and it costs £53, so big price tag on this, but it is luxury makeup. So here it is. Look at this. How stunning is that? That embossing, oh my goodness. That's gorgeous. Oh, I don't want to use it now, it's just so pretty. I do have quite a big collection of Pat McGrath highlighters, so before this arrived I went through my collection to see if there were any shades I thought might be similar. And there's two that have come out for me. This one is Venusian Nude. You see it here compared with the new Nude Opal. I will swatch them as well. And the other one is in one of her Bridgerton palettes, and it's this highlighter here, and this is called Venus Nectar. This is Venus Nectar. And this is Venusian Nude. And now I have to swatch this pretty one. So this is the new Nude Opal. So you can see they are similar, definitely, but there is a slight difference. Nude Opal is described as being a coral champagne with iridescent pearls. So they are extremely similar in fairness, especially these two. Anyway, I'm glad I bought it because I like this sort of shade of highlighter, this sort of lighter shade. And I just love the look of the embossing, and the packaging is just beautiful as always, so no regrets. And I'm going to use it with my new Sonia G brush, which actually came in my Beautylish, my first ever Beautylish Lucky Bag. I was delighted with this because I think the value of this was £65 and I paid 82, I think it was, with postage. I could be getting these figures wrong now, they're off the top of my head. I paid about £82 with postage from over to the UK for my Beautylish bag. It contains 7 items, one of them was this, and this is 65, so I was delighted. And this is her Fundamental Fan A brush. So let's try it out. Here we go. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Look at that, that was so pretty. You can definitely see the sort of pinky shift in it. I knew this was going to be worth the wait. So this collection has been a big disappointment from an eyeshadow perspective, but the highlighter has saved it for me. That is beautiful. Hopefully this is a permanent highlighter and not a limited edition. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'd be surprised if it doesn't become permanent. It's It is extremely bright though. You will be able to see me from the heavens. And pop a bit down my nose. Whoa. And a bit on the Cupid's bow. That really does have a good shine. I do like a highlighter that pops, but if you don't, I don't think you'll like this because this is incredibly impactful, isn't it? I absolutely adore that. You see as the light catches it, you can see the pink. Beautiful. Hope the camera's picking this up. This will look really good on the eyes as well. I don't want to touch my eyes because I'm so pleased with them, but if I had just one matte shade and I used this as a pop of colour in the middle, I think this would be brilliant. In fact, this matte that I put on today, all over the lid, and then this as a pop in the middle and under the eyebrow, I think that would be beautiful. So that's all the new products tried on, but I'm just going to use one product that's not new on my lips to finish off, and that's from McGrath. I just need a bit of shimmer on my lips because I just love shimmer. This is her Gold Allure Lust Gloss. I mean, just look at it, stunning. And this will just give any lipstick that party finish. Look at that. We do need to love glitter and shimmer and shine to like this highlighter and this gloss, but I do. So I love that. There we are, that finishes the lips off for me. I don't know if this shade is still in stock, but Pat does have some fabulous glosses, so I would recommend checking them out. They really are fantastic. You do get a lot of product. It's worth looking at the concealer just to see how it's sitting, and I just think it's highlighted lines and hasn't covered up darkness, and I had to get rid of most of it in the inner corner there. It does look better there, but the fact that I had to remove so much of it because you saw what happened, it was just a disaster. No, this is just not happening. There's no point me doing any sort of wear test on this for me because I just, it's not good from the start. So sorry Fenty, but this one is a no. This eyeshadow from MAC, I mean, just love all these hearts on the packaging, love the formulas, extremely pigmented, and honestly one of my favourite eye looks I've done in a long time. I love it. I'm looking forward to trying the other colours, even though reds don't suit me as much, but I definitely want to try this duochrome. So this one, yes. Looking forward to MAC's next eyeshadow palette. Maybelline's Burgundy Mascara is nice, but not necessary in my opinion. I think black would have been fine. I can't see that it's burgundy, and this isn't my favourite mascara, but it's an affordable, good mascara. That's probably all I'd say on that one. The lipstick, beautiful. I like it a lot more with the gloss on now, to be fair. I just clearly am not a fan of matte. If you may have noticed from previous videos, I do like shine. But this is lovely, and I'm really impressed with how this worked as a blush. This is the first lip product I've used and liked, I think, on my cheeks. I could be wrong, but I think it is. So absolutely yes, love that. And the Huda Beauty Powder, I already knew I loved these, but this colour has been a surprise for me, and I think this will be really good for me to have, like I said, when I buy maybe a foundation I find a bit too cool, and it gives me that bit of warmth. But even if I don't, I mean, it hasn't given me a crazy warmth. So this is not just for medium to dark tones. This will suit all skin tones as far as I can see. I think this is really good. So peach pie, yes please. And then the star of the show, absolutely yes, love, adore this highlighter. Let's just look at it one more time. Look at her. It's just gorgeous. I love it. I can't wait to try this. I mean, look, I can't stop looking at it. I love it. Did you notice? So this has been really successful. The highlighter, the lips and the eyes, brilliant. Yes. Anyway, that's all from me today. This has been a bit of a long one, trying all these new ones out, and I hope it's been helpful and you've enjoyed it. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe below. It really does help me. And just one other note before I leave, I've been testing out new lighting. I don't know if you've noticed, if you've watched any previous videos from me. I used to film in front of a window for natural light, but I've now moved my whole setup to the back of my room, so I'm a lot closer now to this here, and I've actually got proper lighting on me and no natural light. So I'm just trying this out. I started this video with 3 lights and I actually switched one off. I don't know if you notice a shift in lighting at some point, so it's all test at the moment, trying to see what works best. But I would like to give a shout out to 2 followers who have been an incredible support to me. I am quite new to this long form content. Deborah and 2 Left Feet have been phenomenal in their support and they've really helped me, so thank you so much if you're watching this. And Deborah gave me the push I needed yesterday to try out this new lighting. I've had these lights sitting for a while and I just didn't know whether to try it. So I'm trying this today and I'd love to hear from you what you think about the lighting. Does it look better than my previous videos if you've seen them? I'd love to hear. It really does help me very much. And thank you to all my followers and to anyone new here. I really do appreciate every single one of you so much. So that's all from me for today and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!